Okay, so he'll play 3-0. Okay, so let's see. Dum-dum. Knight f3. What to do? I'll just play standard for a bit. e3. Okay, I'll play bishop d6. Castles. Maybe bishop b2. Play c5. I could also take bishop b4 maybe. I think I'm going to play c5. Try to play really active if I can. Alright, moving on. Knight c3, I could take queen a5 maybe? Takes? Trying to find a way to keep it messy, so I'll play knight c6. It took Gus. He began to speak. People. This guy's slow? Am I slow? What's going on? Throw in a check. King f1, bishop g4 probably. So a3, go back to e7 to keep bishop f6. To know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run, to count your money. At the table, time, dealing's done. Okay, fine. I'll stop saying it since someone's annoyed. So knight e5, I'll play queen e6. Takes. So maybe c5. I'll play c5, rook b8, rook d8. Put some pressure on this b3 pawn. I'll go like rook b8. Try to put pressure on this pawn. Play a5, but I'm just, or bishop f8. A lot of possibilities here. I think I'm going to play rook b6, maybe to double, maybe play rook a6, but just feels like the rook belongs here. So it goes queen c3. Could play d4, bishop f6. I'll play bishop f8. What is, since I see some of these comments, what is that show where the guy's in the, taxi, or he like drives around celebs and like sings their songs? It's queen c2. I'll play f5. Try to open up the g file now. Because now I've got queen g6. Also, the rook on b6 now has a lot of rook g6, rook h6. Many ideas. Sandstorm doesn't have lyrics, you guys. Why would you want me to sing Sandstorm? There are no lyrics. I mean, I know the song, but... So queen c4. I can take... I could also play rook d5. I don't really want to play rook d5 here, but if I take, he takes. Is there a better move? Like... No, fine. I'll just play rook d5, try to keep it complicated. So takes, probably rook e1, queen f7 or something. Or queen c6 maybe. I'll play queen c6. So I takes, bishop a3. Échame la culpa would be interesting, but I mean, the problem is my Spanish isn't good enough. I don't know the lyrics that well. Bishop c3? Oh, did I just blunder something here? Maybe rook c5 takes f3, bishop e3, so play a6. Oh, well, I mean, a6 was to get it off the dark square and then try to win with the pawns on the king side, but play some Londons. California Dreaming. Wow, that would be yeah, that's not California Dreaming. I'll be in California soon. I mean, California soon, sorry. Oh, you want me to sing Blue? That would be pretty random, actually. Said I'm feeling so blue. Whatever. Not my song right now. Leaves are brown, sky is gray. On a winter's day. If I was in LA, California dream. Such a winter's day. Okay, e4. I'll play a3, try to do something with b4, something like that, and maybe c4, bishop c2, or b4. A6, b4, c4, bishop c2. If he takes, I'll take with the c pawn. I mean, probably either way. So now I'm going to play for e4, e5, or ed5. So f5. Now I'm knight h4, but I think a4 gives him g5 probably. I could play g4, which is double-edged. I'm going to play knight h4 though, so that I've got knight g6, I've got queen h5, but also maybe some f3 e4s or g4 e4s, just a matter of which setup he goes with. G5, wow. Okay, so now I'm going to play knight g6, hit the rook. Queen h5, I thought about queen h5, but then he had king d8 and knight g6, bishop e8 with a very nasty pin. So rook h7. Now I'll play g4, because if he takes, with this long diagonal, there's got to be some kind of tactic. So castles. Now I'm going to hit him on the other side with b5. Oh, does he have knight d4? Is his bishop protected? Maybe he does, but I lucked out. So if he takes, I take, and I have queen e6 check. So it's an inadvertent blunder that actually isn't a blunder. So g7. So now I'll take. He'll take on f5. Take on e7. Probably he'll take with the knight. Yeah. I'm going to play... I'll play rook b2. Probably rook b1 was better. Rook b4 was better. Give him queen a5 maybe. Maybe it wasn't quite right, but rook c5 allowed bishop c6, and if rook c5 is going to go bishop c6 and b6 trapping my rook. So knight c6. So now I'm going to play rook b1 with the intention of sacking. But by going knight a5, now he gives me knight f3, and if I get this knight on e5 with this outpost, he's in real trouble. So he's going to sack, obviously, on e5. So queen d2, I'm going to go for queen d4. I can play queen d4. Don't have to. I want to. I'll take with the c pawn. Now the knight on a5 is kind of out of play. Rook e8, king f1. I'm going to play rook e1, try to exchange rooks on the open file. b5, king d2. His knight is really kind of bad here. So now I'm going to try to go the other way. Rook e1 is possible. a4 maybe. g3. A lot of options here. I think I'll just go rook e1. Now I'm going to play bishop g6 and try to force an exchange of bishops. Basically, I want to force an exchange so that I can get my rook behind and then attack his pawns like g5, h4, f4, get the rook behind. And if he doesn't, then I can, because of the way the pawns are, I can also just take and then go king e2, f3, g4, and collect the other way. So g4, but now I just take and I just play rook h1 and his pawns hang. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose some pawns. So I'll play a Sicilian this time. a3, original. I'll play g6. h4. Okay, this is gonna be some kind of weird game. I don't know. Knight c3. Play bishop g7. He's probably gonna play h5 or play bishop c4. Now I'll play h5, stop him from going h5 and d6. I don't know if this who this favors exactly with this h4, h5 thrown in, because he's got g5. But I'll play a6, b5, and rook b8. Because now, like, I don't know if he is going to castle short. Okay, so play b4. I'm just going to castle, I think. And he's got this long diagonal here, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal if I play this correctly. So knight h7, maybe bishop h6. Probably, or f4. Both are possible. So f4. I could take. I'll just take, I think. I'll take. I don't know if probably I'll take with the f pawn. H pawn is more natural, but by taking with the h pawn, I can go e6, and it's not really clear how he gets like g4. Okay, f5, but he's just going to go caveman and try to, I don't know, go king g2, rook h1. But the problem with this is now I'm just going to try to force everything open. So he plays c3, which is really suspect. I mean, I play d5. He wants to go e5, knight f2 takes, knight f6. So I can't let him close it like that. So e5, f5 is not good. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just play f6, and who knows what's going on. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play f6, and who knows what exactly is going on here. Because, I mean, he does have a free pawn here, but if we exchange, I'm going to get knight e5, knight f3 with some forks against the king and the queen. So he takes. Now I can take either way. I think I'm going to take with the... I'll take with the queen, just so that I have like queen h4 ideas here. He takes. I'm going to take or not take. I think I'm going to play queen h4. I think I'm going to try to mate him now. I'm just going to try to like kill him on the h file. So rook f2. Okay, so he wants to go the other way. Okay, so now I actually missed rook h2. That's or that e1 was still protected. That's actually really annoying. So if I take, I'm not really crazy about this position, but it's still kind of okay. I mean, it should be probably it's still okay for me, but I've kind of like bungled it a bit. G3 rook g2. G3 rook g2 doesn't really do anything special. D5 maybe. D5 takes, knight e7. Suspect. Okay, so I'm just gonna, okay, let's see. Time to figure out what I'm doing. I'm going to play rook d8. I got to start moving faster. I'm way down on the clock right now. Knight e3. I'm going to play d5 now. And play knight e7. Did I just give him rook h2? Knight g4. Queen f8. I still have some... Because now I can take, and now his knight on g4 is hanging. Free piece. Free piece! Queen g2. Now I'll take and play... I can take f4. I can play bishop... Wait, no. Bishop f5 I can't do. Guess I'll take here. If he takes... Rook c8 maybe? Somehow this got way too complicated for no reason, really. Okay, check. Bishop f1. Okay, take. King h2. I'll throw in another check or not. No, I'll play bishop f5 because he's got no mates here. Because my queen covers g7. I've also got a rook c2 threat. So let's see. So I mean, he's got to deal with rook c2, which is a very serious threat. So he does this, but the problem with this is that I think he's going to get. Or wait, actually, if I take he had queen e7 with a draw, and I don't want to give him a draw, so. Oh, whoa. Terrible. Gonna have to, like, flag him somehow. Yep, Blunder Town. Whew. Whew, that was close. Way too close. Oh, I wasn't expecting him to play check, but actually, did we play this in the first game with colors reversed? I think I played a Ragos in the very first game against him, so maybe not. Maybe it was the first game I played earlier. A5, just e3. C6, I'll just play bishop d3. Pretty standard stuff here. A3, he'll take, obviously. I'll take. Actually, do I want to take? Bishop d6? Okay, I'll play e4. Takes. Just castles. Like rook e1 or... This is rather bad for black, I think, but... Not really ideal. So c5, wow. That's gutsy. I'm going to play d5. Knight f6, okay. Maybe play queen c3. If he takes, I'll take with rook e4. Takes, so we're going to play some kind of endgame here, but he has a compromised pawn structure here, so I really want to get like knight h4, bishop f5. If I play knight d2, bishop e5 could be a problem. I really wish I could get a4, b3. So he gets b5, he's got some compensation. So I'm going to play knight h4. But if he goes b5, I go bishop f5 to force the exchange of bishops. So he can't get his pawns rolling really fast. Not yet, at least. Bishop e5, rook e2. e8. Play rook e1. Ah, I just blundered bishop b2. Oh, jeez. Oof. Terrible. So I'm going to have to play. Now I'm going to have to go for more swindle. It's going to have to be Swindle Town. So he's going to take bishop a3. Rook b7. I'm still only slightly worse, probably, despite this ridiculously bad blunder. K8. Now I could take, which would be interesting. I don't know if it's good. Why not? Let's go for it. Let's see. He's going to take, go g4, create a square for my king, but also now I've got this outpost on f5. If c4, I go rook c7. So it's not so simple. So he plays bishop b4, play knight f5, c4, rook c7, c3, d6, c2, d7, c2, d7, and I'm in time. Okay, so now I can... Okay, I'll just take and I'll grab the pawns, and now we're back to king g2. If a4, I can go like rook c8 probably. Or rook c4 maybe. So rook d3. I'll play h4 to cut the king off. Now I'm going to go for mate. Go for like this, all this kind of stuff. So king c7, king g8, knight h6 probably. And now I'm going to take. Now I've got a discovery, picking up the rook on d3 with check. Play another Sicilian. h4, bishop g7. c6, going to play something... now I'll play knight f6 to cover h5, d6. Play b5, maybe b4. So now he's going to sack a pawn. I don't know, is he actually going to take? He is going to play this, okay. I wasn't sure if he would actually sack the exchange like this. I'm going to force him to play f3. Now here I could play e5 because I've got queen h4 check maybe. Yeah, why not? Because now I've got this queen h4 check, which is really, really nasty. Oh, sorry, you said the lighting is too edgy? Okay, I'll close the blinds and turn on my lights then. Give me a second. Oh, and look at that. I go to close my blinds and he resigns. How generous of him. That's nice. Let's see, 7, knight d5, takes, knight d4, takes castles. c4, I think this is some ancient theory from 10,000 years ago. Takes, queen b3, c2, d4. a6, I think bishop e2's got to be the right move. b5, wow. Okay, I'm going to take. Bishop b7, c4 maybe. Bishop f3 or c4, both are possible. c4 looks more correct somehow, so I'm going to play it. Because also I want to open up this long diagonal as well. So if he plays e6, which he does, now I'm going to go... I could play d4 maybe. Play like Tal or something, just start sacking. But I'm going to play bishop b2 because now if he moves the bishop, he hangs the pawn. And I'm also threatening to go d4 now, so it's a little bit messy for black. Takes, I'll take on b5. I mean, he's in trouble here because it's going to be hard to develop. So bishop g7. I'm going to just take the pawn. And now I could play d4 maybe. Yeah, I'm going to play d4 because now I shut the diagonal. Like he wanted to go d4 and open the diagonal, but by playing d4 I just shut it down. So now I've got these two pawns and he can't open this long diagonal. So now I just go bishop e5, and yeah, this pawn is stuck. No mate on g2. And also his king is really, really badly placed here. Okay, so a5. I could play rook e1, bishop d3. A lot of good moves here. a4 gives him this outpost on b4, so I'm just going to play rook c1, try to invade on the c file. f6. Wow. That looks very, very wrong. I'm just going to throw in a check. He's going to have to go to f8, because if he goes to d8, then he runs into bishop c7. I could play. I'm just going to play bishop f4, threaten another check. If he goes king g7, which I expect, then I'll play rook c7 or rook e1 maybe. Either way, the position's pretty miserable for black. So he resigns. Okay, so it's 6 down, 4 to go. d4, knight f6, e6, knight f3. I'll play something. I mean, I guess if he's going to insist on playing e3, then he's going to force me to like play aggressively, then I will. So yeah, let's see what he does. Knight c3, I'll just take. And now we're going to end up playing some kind of, we're going to end up playing a, he wants to play this one. Okay, so we're going to end up playing basically this weird, like a weird Nimzo, I think, except somehow the configuration looks slightly odd. Because normally it's like bishop b4, a3, bishop e7. And without a3, a little bit different. But anyway. So bishop f4. I could play b6 now, probably. Why not? But now he'll take and play b4. Is that his intention? I guess that is his intention. So I'm going to play knight e4. Try to force him to exchange the knights so that he doesn't have b5. Undermine the knight. Queen c2. I could play f6. f6, b5 takes, knight e4. Looks okay. I don't see anything wrong with it, at least on first glance, so I'm going to go for it. f6 also restricts the e5 square. There's no knight e5 now. So I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, he plays rook b1. I could play b5, but that looks, yeah, I don't really like it. But by playing rook b1, now I can take, because if he takes, I'll have e5, d4, and I get the whole center. So he's going to have to take with a b pawn, which is not what he wants. Or he can do this, but I'll take e5, and I'm going to go d4 next move. He'll probably sat. Okay. I'll play bishop b5, so he doesn't get b5. Bishop g7. d4, queen g3 is a problem. So he takes. But can't I just play rook f7? I'm not just up like... I'm going to end up a whole rook here. Queen g3, king f8, and I've got no problems. But I mean, so he takes, so I'll play bishop f6. Takes. Basically, if I can get it down to where it's just rooks on the board, his pawns are going to be a lot less effective. Whereas with more pieces on the board, it's different. So, like here, for example, I'm just going to give up this d5 pawn because it doesn't even matter. Because with only rooks on the board, these pawns are, he needs all his pawns to create any threats. So he plays queen d2, so now I'm going to play d4. c6, I'll just play rook d8, and as you see, like, the pawns are not really going anywhere in a hurry, so play d3 maybe. Let's play d3, d1, I want to play queen f4 because basically now I'm just going to try to force my pawn down to d1. And his pawns are very slow here, as we can see. Maybe it's c7 I just take, queen c7. So rook e3, he wants to go rook g3, I guess. And if I take on a4, I'm threatened. Rook g3, I've got king h8, queen c3, queen d4, and I'm fine. And queen b2, queen d4, same thing. So he's got... And if he doesn't do that, I mean, so queen c3, I just play queen d4. c7, I just take, because on queen c7, I have queen a1 with the back rank mate. So, bishop b2, knight f3. Takes, takes, play g3. f4. Knight e8. I'll play c3 here. a5, play knight f3, or no, I'll play a3 because a4, a3 was slightly annoying. So knight d6, rook e1. And I'm going to go like queen c2, knight f3 basically. So he plays e5, so I'll take. He'll surely take the knight, queen c2. Play d4, kick the knight back, and maybe I'll play c4. Actually, knight g4 looks like a weird move. I don't understand what knight g4 does. So I'll just kick his knight back. Now I'll play c4. Probably takes, takes. Not sure what he's going to do here. a4. Okay, so if b4, I guess he wants to take. Now I could always take on a4 maybe. b4, he'll trade everything on c4, and then he'll play knight d5. So that's why I don't want to go b4. cd5, takes, takes, knight d5 is fine. I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna grab this pawn. He gave me a free pawn. I might as well try and take, and see how he wants to play this. So he takes. I'll take, takes. Or queen a5. But queen a5, what did I see here? I saw something. Or I'm just bad. Rook e7 maybe? Doesn't look quite right. I'll play c5 maybe? c5, knight f5? What was... Actually, I've got to start moving faster again. I'm way too slow today. Bishop c3, queen a4, takes, takes, bishop b4, knight b4, c4, knight c4, d4. No, that's no good. Actually, I'm way down on the clock now, so I just kind of have to start moving. This isn't really what I wanted to go for, but probably knight b5, bishop f1. Knight f5, I can just play like knight f3 or g4 maybe. So knight b5, bishop f1. Probably takes. Takes, takes. Rook 4, play knight f3, probably rook a4. Take. b4, rook b8, bishop f8. Knight e5, and then king g7. This isn't really what I was playing for at all, but knight takes f2. Now I don't have to take though. I mean, the question is, do I take and try to somehow win this? Nah, I think I'm just going to try and hold this and make a draw out of this. If I can. Not sure I can make a draw out of this, actually, but I'm definitely going to try. Takes. King h2, rook a3, bishop b5 probably, yeah. d4. Play g4. I had bishop. If rook e3, he had rook a1. He almost blundered there, but actually I blundered too because I realized he had rook a1 and bishop d6, which was just winning. So I'm going to pre-move knight e6. Actually, he's getting mated now. He just mated himself. He goes king g8, rook f8, and king h6. I go rook f6. Oh, that was terrible. Bishop g2. I'll play bishop d7. I'm gonna play like my bullet opening, which is terrible, but sometimes works, even in blitz. d4, bishop h3, d5, knight e5. It's all pretty. You play f4 or take or. Knight b5. Wow, that's an original concept. And I want to play h5, but it's not going to work. So I'll just take and play c6. And maybe I'll play h5 next move, actually. Yeah, why not? Let's see it. So he plays h4, I can play knight f6. I think I'll just play standard, just retreat, play knight f6. Try to play something relatively boring and normal. And we'll see what he wants out of it. Knight f6 probably takes. Someone said they saw me posting on Facebook about adopting. If that was on the actual page, that wasn't me. I don't run the page, but I did adopt Eric Rosen ×2 last night, so that could be what you're thinking of. So he takes. I'll play queen b7, probably queen b5 or b4. Okay, but b4. Do I have knight h7 now? Yeah, I'm gonna go knight h7, and I'm hitting the rook, and I'm threatening to take the bishop. I'm slightly worse here, but by taking now I can go rook c8, hitting the knight, and I'm hitting the rook, and now I can just take. When he takes, I just take the knight. Probably he'll take on. Okay, so he does. So I'll take, and now I pick up the bishop on e7, and I'm just up a clean piece. c5, I'll just take. d1, just knight f6, bring my knight back into the game. Also, I cover the d7 square. So I could play knight e4. I could also just play rook c8. I'm just gonna try to clean it up and pick up the c6 pawn if I can. And so he just resigns. Yeah, I was a little bit lucky. That game was not good. I probably should not have won that one. So I'll revert back to playing the London this game. Or maybe not. Let's see. Play a Pyrrhic, I guess. And see how he wants to play it. So he takes. I could take with the pawn here, maybe, or the knight. I think I'll take with the knight. I'm sure taking with the pawn was probably okay, but I just want to keep the position more or less balanced. Knight c6. Now maybe I'll play bishop e3. No, I'll take. I'll try to play this very traditionally. I'll play like queen d2, bishop h6. Maybe b3, c4, rook d1, or like rook e1, rook d1. Depending on how he wants to set it up. Like, I don't know if he's going to try to play c5 or e5 here. But we'll see. So rook b8. Now, I can play b3. I'm going to play b3. c3 was completely fine as well. I wanted to see if he was going to actually play c5. Now, I could take. It's kind of risky, but since I'm playing for you guys, the fans, I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to give the exchange. I'm going to try to like show some really deep technical understanding because he has dark square weaknesses without that. So I could take on a6. I could also play b4. I think I'll play bishop h6 first. Now he's going to go rook e8. And then I'm going to grab a6. Because now when he goes rook a8, I have bishop b5 hitting the rook on e8. And now I just basically want to run these pawns just straight up the board. Now b4, protect the pawn on c5, queen a7. Do I have queen g5 here? I think I do. I'm threatening this very juicy checkmate tactic against his king. And now he's got real problems as well, because like I'm also threatening to take e5 with the same mate threat. So he goes queen e7. So I could take e5, or I can exchange queens. I mean, I really want to just exchange queens and win with the pawns, but I'm not sure if it's enough. If I take, he goes... Yeah, I think I should just take and on f6 play queen d4. My bishop can also come back to f1, so there are no threats of a back rank mate here. And his king is so weak here that this bishop is just extremely strong. So rook a8. Now I could play bishop b5, I guess. Yeah, why not? Bishop b5, and then I'm going to follow that up with a4. So goes bishop d7. And if I take, he's going to go bishop e6, I guess. This still looks very suspect. So bishop e6, just queen d6. If rook d8, I take because I have bishop f1. Oh, and I just blunder. I blundered the other way. Unbelievable. Such a good position, I just blew it all. Let's see if I can somehow make this messy. Okay, so I'm going to try something weird. Now I'm just obviously busted, but I have more time. I've got a bunch of pawns going down the board. Now he's going to play rook d8. So I'm going to have to basically flag him, get really lucky and try to flag him. I've got, what, one piece for the queen? I mean, that's nowhere near enough, but let's see. Rook c1, protect the bishop. Now I'm threatening c6. e8. c6, queen c4, so I'll play h3. Queen d4, c6. I'm going to get two bishops. I mean, I'm going to win this game. The question is, can I win this game on the board as well? And in fact, I'm starting to really like this now. So he takes. This is really starting to look nice. So bishop f1, rook c8. Now a5. Now my pawns are just going right down the board too. b6. Yeah, this is just positionally winning now, actually. Because, like, now I'm going to go bishop e3 and a6, a7, b7, a8, or b8 queen, and just, like, yeah. Well, I won that game, but that was not really... I should have won that much more cleanly than I did, so...